Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how are you today? In today's video, this article was sent to me by a subscriber, and it's very interesting to say the least, okay? And it's about the world economy and how all of a sudden the world economy is suddenly running low on everything. That's how it's put out there, okay? So I'll just read it to you, okay? Because it's interesting. It really is. A year ago, as the pandemic ravaged country after country and economies shuttered, consumers were the ones panic buying. Here we go with that word, panic buying. I'd like to know who they're actually referring to when they say panic buying, because they always lump all of us into that one when they say consumers. Not everyone panic buys. You know what I mean? We as a community prepare. Now, remember when they put those videos out and they showed like people in stores and they were buying like 20 packages of toilet paper, and there was actual physical fights in a store because one person had how many packages of toilet paper in their shopping cart, and there's another person, because there's no toilet paper left on the shelf, and one person goes up and says, well, can I just have like one? You know, and then there's an all-out brawl in aisle 5 because of toilet paper. That toilet paper was panic buying, okay? Now, when we go to the store, we'll buy 2 packs, 3 packs, not 20, right? Anyway, today on the rebound, it's companies furiously trying to stock up. Mattress producers to car manufacturers to aluminum foil makers are buying more material than they need to survive the breakneck speed at which demand for goods is recovering and assuage that primal fear of running out. Well, who wants to run? Okay, I think that the primal fear of running out is because we're so not afraid, but we're preparing because we know that this administration could possibly lock us down once again. So why not be prepared for that? So it's not panic buying. It's like we buy in bulk. The frenzy is pushing supply chains to the brink of seizing up. Shortages, transportation bottlenecks, and price spikes are nearing the highest level in recent memory, raising concern that a supercharged global economy will stoke inflation. Yeah, it will. Just like the video that I did, what was it, yesterday, talking about Kimberly-Clark, and different other companies that make like feminine hygiene products and diapers. They're raising the prices on these products, saying, well, if we raise the prices, people won't buy them as much. Just because you raise prices doesn't mean the need for these products is going to dwindle. People are still going to buy them, but you're just emptying their pockets a little bit faster. You're not making any sense. These companies are not making any sense But what is making sense is their greed. Because they know that they're only making more bank. And they know it. And they don't care. They don't care because they know that we need these products, especially women and children. And our elderly, whether man or woman, especially when it comes to like incontinence, things like that. They don't care. And it sucks. It really does if you think about it. If you're a woman and you still have your friend, I'm putting it nicely, and you use whether sanitary napkins or tampons, that $5 box of tampons that you bought last month will now cost you $7 or $8 next month. Just because you raise the price doesn't mean that the need for those products will go down. You're just making more money. Morons. These companies, these CEOs are morons. Or are they? Who the hell knows how they think anymore? I swear. It's getting to be too much. It really is. Anyway. Copper, iron ore, and steel. Corn, coffee, wheat, and soybeans. Lumber, semiconductors, plastic, and cardboard for packaging. The world is seemingly low on all of it. You name it, we have a shortage on it. Well, I talked about the corn, the wheat, the soybeans, okay? The coffee. We know about all of this. Why? Not because of MSM. Because of people like me, Angry Prepper, Prepper Nurse 1, Pinball. Okay? We speak on these things. Why? It's the truth! So, clients, this guy, Tom Linebarger, he's the chairman and chief executive of engine and generator manufacturer of Cummins, Cummins Incorporated. He said on a call this month that clients are trying to get everything they can because they see high demand. Jennifer Rumsey, the Columbus, Indiana-based company's president, said they think it's going to extend into next year. Yeah, I can see that. And this is not to cause fear or panic. I don't see this ending anytime soon. Why? Somebody's pockets are being lined by these big-ass companies. So keep putting fear and panic out there into society. So people keep buying. And then someone's pockets keep getting lined. It only makes sense. I don't honestly see this ending in 2022. I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, the difference between the big crunch of 2021 and past supply disruption is the sheer magnitude of it, and the fact that there is, as far as anyone can tell, no clear end in sight. Big or small, few businesses are spared, and Europe's largest fleet of trucks, Girteka, Girteka Logistics, say there's been a struggle to find enough capacity. Monster Beverage Corp, Monster Energy drink, of Corona, California, is dealing with an aluminum can scarcity. I think a lot of companies are dealing with aluminum can scarcity. It's not just them. Hong Kong's Momax, MOMAX Technology Limited, is delaying production of a new product because of the dearth of semiconductors. Further exacerbation, the situation is an unusually long and growing list of calamities that have rocked commodities in recent months. A freak accident in the Suez Canal. Freak accident. Okay. Backed up global shipping in March. Drought has wreaked havoc upon agricultural crops. A deep freeze and mass blackout wiped out energy and petrochemicals operations across the central U.S. in February. Less than 2 weeks ago, hackers brought down the largest fuel pipeline in the U.S., driving gasoline prices above $3 a gallon for the first time since 2014. Now, India's massive Rona outbreak is threatening its biggest ports. For anyone who thinks it's all going to end in a few months, consider the somewhat obscure U.S. economic indicator known as the Logistics Managers Index. The gauge is built on a monthly survey of corporate supply chiefs that asks where they see inventory, transportation, and warehouse expenses, the three key components of managing supply chains, now and in 12 months. The current index is at its second highest level in records, dating back to 2016. And the future gauge shows little respite a year from now. The index has proven unnervingly accurate in the past, matching up with actual costs about 90% of the time. Wow. Transport, storage, and inventory costs are near record highs in the U.S. The LMI is a diffusion index where 50 is the leading line between expansion and contraction. I want to see if I can... No, I can't put this graph in the video. Like, I can't download the picture, so I'm just going to hold it up so you can see. Can you see that? To Zach Rogers, who helps compile the index as an assistant professor at Colorado State University's College of Business, it's a paradigm shift. In the past, those three areas were optimized for low cost and reliability. Today, with e-commerce demand soaring, warehouses have moved from cheap outskirts of urban areas to prime parking garages downtown or vacant department store space where deliveries can be made quickly, albeit the pricier real estate, labor, and utilities. Once viewed as liabilities before the pandemic, fatter inventories are in vogue. Transport costs, more volatile than the other two, won't lighten up until demand does. Yeah, good luck. Essentially, what people are telling us is to expect is that it's going to be hard to get supply up to a place where it matches demand. And because of that, we're going to continue to see some prices increase over the next 12 months. Yeah, it's called inflation and then hyperinflation. They act like this is something new that they're dealing with. Well, more known barometers are starting to reflect the higher costs for for households and companies. An index of U.S. consumer prices that excludes fuel and food jumped in April from a month earlier by the most since 1982. At the factory gate, the increase in prices charged by American producers was twice as large as economists expected. Unless companies pass that cost along to consumers and boost productivity, it'll eat into their profit margins. Oh, gee whiz. So instead of making billions a year, you'll only make millions a year. Shame, shame. I'm so sorry. Now you can't build your house in the Hamptons, while the rest of us live like this. Gee whiz. To your profit margins. Kiss my ass. A growing chorus of observers are warning that inflation is bound to quicken. Well, we've been speaking on this for how long? We know it's coming. The threat has been enough to send tremors through world capitals, central banks, factories, and supermarkets. Central banks. They plan this shite. They plan it. This is their... Okay? Oh, and here we go. The U.S. Federal Reserve is facing new questions about when it will hike rates to stave off inflation. Now, and the perceived political risk against already threatens to upset Potato's spending plans. Oh, his spending plans. God's sakes. Give me a break. His spending plans. All right. I'm done. Yeah. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. I will. Stay safe. Stay positive. Keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Bye.